Welcome back to Sawteeth Tactical. As you probably already know, Liberty Safes stepped in it big time. And I know that I'm not the first one to make a video about this, but there is something that nobody else seems to be talking about that I think everyone that owns any safe, whether it's a Liberty safe or any other big brand, should probably be thinking about. So I'm going to tell you what I think about this. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed, and let's get started. So just in case you haven't seen anyone else's videos or you just haven't been paying attention, Liberty Safes, which is one of the biggest safe manufacturers that there is, one of the oldest safe manufacturers, a very trusted brand of safes. I actually personally bought a safe last week. Unfortunately, for some reason, FedEx tried to deliver it to my post office and they rejected it, and I got to figure that out. My safe hasn't showed up. Luckily, it was not a Liberty safe. But I was looking at Liberty safes because they're huge. They're one of the big main safe brands. Well, in case you haven't already found out, there's a guy, he got arrested by the FBI because he was protesting at the Capitol on January 6th. I'm not going to get into him in this video. I think it's ridiculous that they're arresting people just for being there on that date, but whatever. Not what this video in particular is about. Anyway, the FBI had a warrant to search his property. They contacted Liberty Safes, and Liberty Safes gave him a backdoor master code to get into his safe. Now, they weren't subpoenaed. There was nothing legally requiring Liberty Safes to do this. They just did it because there was a warrant for his property. Now, this is the thing. Nobody would have found out about this except that some people that knew the guy getting arrested that are big on social media, they made a post about it and the whole gun community found out. And the whole Second Amendment community is not happy about it because when you buy a safe, you expect it to be just that, safe. And especially if you buy it from a company named Liberty, you think that they're going to support, your Second Amendment values, that they're going to support your right to privacy, your right to your own personal space, your own personal safe, your own personal property. Am I right? So, understandably, the entire Second Amendment community went nuts. The memes are out there. Every single big creator in the YouTube space that has to do with firearms, Second Amendment kind of stuff, has put out videos about this. Everyone is pissed off at Liberty Safes. It's like the Bud Light scandal, but as far as the Second Amendment community goes. So when Liberty's social media person saw what was going on and that they got caught, licking the FBI's boots, so to speak, they put out a statement. And this is what I want to talk about today. They put out a statement saying that, their policy is an industry standard of maintaining a registry of master codes to get into people's safes. Well, the part that concerns me is the industry standard part. Nobody that I've seen has said anything about that. But if that is true, and they're not just making some stuff up to cover their ass, which could very possibly be the case, well, then that means that most of the other big safe manufacturers also keep a registry of backdoor master codes to get into people's safes. Now, I understand why this is. If you forget your combination somehow, whatever, you can get a hold of the safe manufacturer and they can give you a way to get into your safe. That does kind of make sense to me. Now, do all the other safe manufacturers, is their policy to use that registry of backdoor master codes in order to violate your rights by giving those codes to the government if they want to get into your safe? I don't know, but it might be something that's worth looking into. Whether you own a Liberty safe or another brand of safe, you might want to find out, maybe, look on their website, look in your owner's manual, see what their policy is, if it's stated at all, and find out if that's something that you need to worry about. Now, Liberty Safes, since then, has put out, another statement saying that they are updating their policy and that, if you want to, you can have them expunge your master code. And if you buy a new safe from them, that's an option that you can choose to, either have or not have a master code to get in. In which case, then it's on you to maintain the code to your safe, which makes sense to me. I have a safe. Mine is not a digital safe. It's an old school, turn the dial safe. I'm pretty dang sure that there's no one else in the world that can get into my safe besides me, except for maybe somebody with a cutting torch, which is how it should be, I think. So, my point in this entire video is just this. No matter what brand of safe you have, maybe make sure that you know what their policy is. Make sure that you know if they maintain a registry of a master code for your safe, and find out if there's a possibility of someone else, whether it be your safe manufacturer or the FBI or the ATF, could possibly ever have access to your safe without having to cut it open. That would be an important thing to know, because when you spend the kind of money that a really good safe costs, which is, $3 to $5 grand, it's a lot of money. I mean, that's a couple of cheap ARs or one really nice one. So if you're going to spend that kind of money on a safe, you expect it to actually be safe. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think Liberty Safe is just totally screwed? I've rarely seen the Second Amendment community go after a company so hard as what I've seen this week when it comes to Liberty Safes. People are pissed off, and understandably so. No matter what, whether you are guilty of a crime or innocent and just being accused of a crime, which in this country you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, your own personal property, especially property that you've locked up in a safe that you spend a lot of money on, that you trusted was safe, I know I keep saying that, that is a shitty thing to find out that the government could get into your safe just by making a phone call. Now, Liberty Safes has said that now they'll require a subpoena in order to give that backdoor master code. That's how it should have been from the very beginning. A company called Liberty should stand for liberty and should not give away your private information unless they are legally compelled to do so. And they were not in this case. But also let me know what you think. Do you think that there's some merit to what I'm talking about the industry standard part? Do you think that maybe a lot of other safe manufacturers have a registry of master codes to get into your safes? If so, we should probably all find out about that and see if there's anything we need to do about that. I'm hoping that my safe actually shows up on Monday. If not, I'm going to have to make some phone calls to find out what happened to it. My post office here where I work sucks. I know. You guys know if you've followed the channel, I've talked about them in the past. They've lost my slide before. I have companies all the time trying to send me products to review, and they've not showed up. They've been sent back. My post office really, really sucks. And they refused my safe for some reason. We don't get delivery to our homes in the area that I live in. Everything has to go through your post office, through your P.O. box. And so the post office made me change my delivery address to their address, and then they sent away my safe. Bugs me. Luckily, it wasn't a Liberty safe. I ordered it before I found out about all this, but I thought it was kind of crazy the same week that I ordered a new gun safe that this whole thing happened with Liberty. I want to know what you guys think down below. Tell me if you think this is important or not. And from Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.